Hey everybody, this is Jennifer Pertner. I was just getting ready to make a new trip in Travefy, so I thought I would go ahead and record it so that I can post it, and if anybody's interested, they can watch it. So I'm getting ready to start a new trip. This is my trips. I'm on my trips page, right? And then I'm going to click new trip. I'm going to do it with an itinerary because this person has already booked their trip, actually. So I'm just adding it into my list. This is going to be Philip and Ellen Johnson. That's the customers, and I'm gonna put cruise May 2026. That's kind of like the name of the folder, right? If you want to think of it that way. And then right here is going to be their trip. And I'm going to title that. Let's see. Oh, it went away. Edit. Okay, they're doing navigator. Oh, what's happening here? Okay. My computer's acting all crazy. I don't know what's going on. All right. Too many things happening at once. Try that again. They're doing Royal Caribbean Navigator of the Seas. And it is May, let's do the letters, numbers. 5, May 8th through 15th. Okay, so that's what I'm going to name it. Then you can see it's right over here. So this has any trips that you want to put in for them. If you wanted to add proposals, add more options, then you could click here, add a proposal or whatever. I also wanted to show this. You can switch any of these back and forth. You just click on settings, and then right here you can change it from a proposal, and then now it's a proposal, or you can switch it back to an itinerary. So that's under settings for each of your options that you have there. Okay, so we're going to go in and edit this. I like to change the picture. You can do saved pictures. Let's see. I think I'm going to search. I think I'm going to search for Cabo because they're going to Cabo. Let's see what comes up. I like the arches in Cabo. We went there. Yep, right here. Here, this is a good one. We went there last summer and we toured around the arches. It was neat. Okay, so let's put that in. And then we're going to change the date. So that was May 8th. And then I'm going to say done. And I'm going to add a cruise. All right. I like to start with the cruise line. I know which one I'm doing. So it's Royal Caribbean. Pops up right there. And then you do need to make sure that the date is the full date because it won't pop up. So then now you see that there's some options that came up. So these are a couple options that are on the 8th. You have to just scroll down. I know it's a 7-night. These are Caribbean. If you type in right here, the ship, it'll pull it up. Navigator. Or even just a keyword. Let's see what happens. There it is. All right, so Navigator of the Seas, May 8th. Oh, it's 8 days. Okay, very good. I knew it was a week. All right, then here it shows all the things that are going to be added to their itinerary. Now, this is a couple that I know they're not going with their children, so I'm going to take the kids' stuff off. They're not going to have any interest in knowing that. So I'm just going to put on the things that are check marked. Okay, so then you can see here, it gives a whole bunch of information about the ship. We do have an information and documents section, and I like to add some things over here. Let's see what I have in my library. Royal. So we got the Royal Cruise contract. I definitely want to put that in there because that's part of their, they need to know about that. Let's see, what else did they have? Okay, we got some other things here, dress codes. I don't know if I'll put that in, but all right. When you're on board. Okay, so we could maybe decide to put that in, but I'm gonna leave that out now. For now. So here you can see this is left blank because it's a sea day. So what I'm gonna do is I like to add it and then I'm gonna click on it. I like to have it in their itinerary so they know it's a day at sea. And the way I do that is I go down here, like I'm gonna enter a cruise again, but then I just say enter cruise manually. So I click right here. And then just like an information section pops up and I'm just gonna click on it. I have day at sea already populated in there because I do it so many times. And then I'm gonna say done editing. And now their schedule is set. Let's see. Oh, they got a couple more. So we can do it again. Add event. Add event. I'm gonna click on that date. I'm gonna add a cruise and I'm gonna enter it manually. Day at sea, done. And then down here, again, cruise, enter manually, day at sea. You can add other stuff there if you want. It's totally up to you. But I just like for them to have each of those days. Now, this is back in LA. I also like to add in pictures. So this is Puerto Vallarta. So let's see if I can find a picture. I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to come down here to pictures. And we're going to search that Puerto Vallarta. Puerto. Did I spell it right? I don't know. Let's see if anything comes up. I might not have spelled it right. Hold on, let me check. Sometimes I like to. Puerto. I'm all about copying and pasting. Let's try that. Search. Okay, let's search and see what comes up. Oh, that's a pretty picture. I mean, even if it's not like from the place, right? Like you can just add a pretty picture in. Just gives it a little bit more appeal. So I'm not sure if these are places that are there. So I think I'm just going to pick one of these pretty sunset pictures. Okay. And then that's done. That was Tuesday. All right. Monday. I don't know how to say this. Okay. Edit. Let's copy this. Go in here and search. See what we get. Okay, so it looks like they must do boat rides in this area because I see 3 of them right there that look the same. So there must be some neat rock formations or whatever out in the water that they could do. So, I mean, you could add a couple of these, right? You could do like this one and then maybe this one to add in some neat pictures with it. All right. And then it looks like this one's Cabo. This one, I've been there, so I know it has the arches. So again, we're going to type in Cabo. See what comes up. Yeah, these are some neat pictures. So we have the arches. We had that on the main page. There is a lot of little fishing boats that are out there, or I don't know if they're fishing boats, but little boats. So that looks neat, and maybe I'll use like that. It is very mountainous, so it looks really what's neat. Okay, add those. All right, so that's the cruise. And when I'm not recording, I would go back in to here and add in their confirmation number. And their cabin number, the cabin is, they did a guaranteed, so it's not gonna be, I won't have a cabin number, but it was an interior, so, okay, done. And then what do I do next? So next, I like to move this information section down to the bottom. Oh, you got to wait for the little green. See how it lit up green? If I move it back, see it's gray. So it's only going to move there if it's green. And then that moved down to there. I might have some drink package. Let's see if I have. I know I have Carnival's drink package options. I don't see Royals. So okay. So I'm not going to add that. And then somebody else suggested making a section for your insurance, which I think is a great idea too. So I need to add a section with my travel insurance options there. But okay, so then I'm going to go back to trips and I'm going to add on my tasks. So I have pre-made a checklist in my library, and I got it from the marketplace. So I went to the marketplace and I typed in something like workflow, and it popped up some different templates, and then I just copied those to my library, and then I tweaked them. I just adjusted them to what I wanted them to be. So if you go over here, when I'm under this trip and tasks and automations, I'm going to say add, and I'm going to click on task list, because here is where my cruise checklist for emails through emails is. I'm going to click on that, and then all these, my checklist populates in there. So then I can go through, I received the inquiry, I already called them, I sent them the quote was approved, I've already booked the trip. Okay, so now I have to submit the tracking form, commission tracking form. These are the things I have to do. Add the trip to my calendar. I do need to send him the email, yay, your trip is booked. So I would do that next. Okay, since I've got it in here, I'm going to send him this itinerary, and then I'm going to send him this email saying that the trip is booked. And then, I also go up here to status and I click on confirmed, because that way I can organize all my confirmed trips. Go up to here. And the way you do that, in case you're wanting to know how to do that, you go to trips, and then you want not archived. Oh, I clicked it off. Okay. I don't really think that matters, but status, you want confirmed, and then you're going to order them. Now this put it backwards. So then here we go. So here you can see January, February, March, April, right? These are all my trips that are coming up. My January one, I need to archive it, but I was giving her time to to possibly leave a review. Hopefully, she will. But anyway, so that's how you can order your trips and see what you have coming up. Okay, so I think that's about it. I hope that helped you guys, and quick, easy, add that trip to your library, and now you're a little bit more organized, right? All right, great.